time to do this. I really appreciate it. So first things first, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Doing
How
well,
are
yeah?
you?
No
Yeah.
complaints. No complaints at all here. Um, how about the overall vibe in the band? How's everyone doing overall?
We're doing good. We're excited. We've been working on this record, so excited that it's finally coming out, you know?
It is, of course, an incredibly exciting period, but it is a slow build towards an album release. Of course, we're talking Sleep Now in Reverse out the 26th of July, which currently feels like ages away, but it'll be here before we know it via Church Road Records and Dune Altar. We've had a single, we've had Falling, a stunning piece of music. How have you found the reaction to the single so far?
Good so far. Good. Yeah. We're all really, really happy with all the support that we've been getting. Yeah. All good things.
It's all you want to hear, all good things. Do you find yourself going out of your way to look for reactions and reviews, trawling comments and posts on YouTube and social media and the like?
I try not to do that too much, just the ones that like come to me, you know, but I'll do it every now and then. Yeah, for sure.
Can't
That's
help
a
yourself,
funny
right?
question. Yeah.
I get it, you can't help yourself. Right, well, focusing on the album specifically, Sleep Now in Reverse, I guess I kind of want you to take me back to the earlier stages and specifically a vision. Did you have one, and was it clear from the start what you wanted to do this time round?
Um, I know that we had a lot to say. Like we Graham had just joined our guitarist with when we put out our EP before, and we were just like flooding with inspiration. So we were like, we want to put out an LP, like that's what we wanted to do, but we didn't have anything planned. Like this is how we want it to be. This is the sound we're going for. It just kind of like came out of us, you know. It was also like very, very collaborative. Like everybody in the band had hands in all the songs, and like so I think that's what really like made it special too.
A different approach overall, you'd say.
Yes, definitely.
But you knew you wanted to put an album out, so you're flooded with
Yeah.
inspiration. You know you want to put an album out. At what stage did you start to see and realize, look, we have the makings of an album here?
Um, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it just like the songs, like I said, we were so inspired that we were writing kind of like crazy. So we knew we were on to something, you know. And we also really wanted to work with our producer again, Alex Estrada, where we recorded our previous EP. And so we had that um, like in our minds too. We were like, we really want to get there and record there. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it was just kind of like coming really naturally, and we were like, we're on to something. Like yeah, I don't know. It's hard to find the words sometimes.
I'm always a big fan, right, of when it does come together so naturally and it isn't a forced thing, and that
Yeah,
you struggle to find the words, as you said yourself, struggle to find the words to describe it because for you, I guess, it just happened. It just happened. It just was
yeah,
there, right?
yeah, exactly. It was very natural and easy, and well, I wouldn't say easy. It was there was moments that were hard, but it all came to get together really organically. So that was rad, honestly.
You've mentioned being quite inspired a couple of times. What was it? What was it specifically that was inspiring you to be so creative?
I think that you know, we went through a lot in 2020, 2021, you know, um, with the pandemic and everything. And so we lost a member and things were kind of just like up in the air for a little bit. And when I started playing music with Graham Walker, who
Mhm.
joined in like 2021, maybe or 2022, um, the inspiration, it was like I had a new writing partner, you know? And so him joining, I think, really like got the momentum going again. So credit goes to Graham Walker. No, we just found like a new way of writing, and so I think that's a lot of where the inspiration came from, for sure.
Okay, this might be a little bit difficult to answer, really, but do you think, when you think back, would this record exist as it does if you hadn't gone through the trials and tribulations of the pandemic period?
Oh, no way. I mean, no. I feel
Mm.
like what we went through definitely is um making us better and stronger and more inspired than ever, to be honest. Yeah. I think it all happened for a reason.
Any positives that can be taken out of an incredibly negative period of time is always worth hearing about.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fact that you're here now, a couple of months short of the album release, shows that hey, positives came from it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So then what aspects of I guess the entire album creation process did you personally find to be the most enjoyable?
Um, I think that this album, me personally, really pushed me with my guitar playing because we were all writing, everybody was writing, and so that really pushed me as a musician. I really enjoyed the recording process, working with our producer Alex, and like seeing it all come together, you know. Working on the lyrics with Graham, like I don't know, the whole process to me was just really, really cool. Like I always say, I want to go back. Like I miss it. And the band's like, you're crazy. Like it was so much work, but I miss it, you know?
It's fantastic to hear that it was such a positive experience for you that you would be at the stage where you miss it because of course it can be a
Yeah.
very trying time as well.
Yeah. It's definitely, I mean, it definitely can be stressful, you know, putting it all together, but yeah, I feel like it's all part of it. You know, I do miss it a little bit. I can't wait to write another one.
You mentioned working with producer Alex a couple of times now. What is it that's so special about that relationship? Is it just that he gets what you want to do?
Yeah, I think that Alex and I have been friends for a long time. He's seen us play live for years in different eras and different lineups, and he knows my voice really well and when to push me and when to not, and I trust him a lot. You know, I've sang on some of his songs in his old bands, and we just have a really good dynamic. Yeah, definitely. I think that's really important to have somebody you trust in that environment, you know?
Yeah, I completely understand what you're saying there. You do need to have a certain level of trust, particularly because there's so many challenges that come with it. And on that note, then, for you personally, particularly what you do and bring to the recording process, what were some of the more challenging parts of it for you?
Um, see, the challenging parts, I guess, like, I mean, there's moments in the vocal booth, you know, sometimes they're telling me to do stuff and it's can be emotional. Like my voice is just, we're not getting it. And, you know, the time crunch, like making sure we're doing it all in on time was difficult. Sometimes it feels like you need more time to like write, but I don't know. I feel like, yeah, just like those little moments there, here and there, making certain decisions, you know, sometimes things are hard to play or sing, and, but getting through that was easy when you have like a super rad support group, you know?
And the end result, most times, I guess, makes it worth it.
Yeah, for sure. It's like hard for a second and then you get through it and it's over. But, you know, there's those little parts in the process that can be difficult, you know?
Do you think you work best under pressure with time limits, tight time limits, and stuff like that?
I think I work well under pressure. Best under pressure? I don't know. I do think there's something about it when you're on the gun and you got to do it. I remember this one moment. it was a part where I screamed and I just I think we were like, let's just try it one more time, and I nailed it. It was just so. Sometimes I do think under pressure I do better, actually.
There's always currently that's kind of like a favorite angle that I speak to artists and bands about because coming out of the back of COVID, a lot of bands and artists had way too much time on their hands and then struggled with no
That's
deadlines.
true.
And now, of course,
Yeah,
deadlines are coming back, and it's a varied view on how people operate depending upon how much time
yeah.
they had.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I think I do well with the deadline. I'm like, okay, it's due then, so I have this amount of time to like get it done. You know?
Do you think it's also important to kind of test yourself and continue to find new elements to what you're doing, even if it does seem impossible at first?
Oh, for sure. It's always important to be pushing yourself and keeping it fresh. You know what I mean? I feel like I
Mm.
like to book shows or like I like to have things coming up so that we're always on our toes, you know?
When you say on your toes, what do you mean? Do you mean just like you're always doing something, always busy?
Kind of, yeah. I think maybe as a reference to what you said in the pandemic, like
Mm.
I don't want to have like super long stretches of time not writing or not playing a show or not touring or, you know,
Mm.
I always want to have something going on.
Absolutely, and that makes so much sense. And it does feel like things have picked up significantly, particularly this year. Festival season's fully back. Everywhere's really, really busy. And it seems on the flip side of that, it's also really difficult to kind of get your voice out there about what you're doing as well. How do you handle that side of things? Getting people's ears on what you're doing.
Um, I feel like things are changing, you know, with the internet, you have to kind of stay with the times. I'm learning, you know, about TikTok and like getting our name out there in other ways. No, it's a learning curve for sure,
Mm,
but I don't know if I'm like I don't know. I don't know how to answer that other than like just kind of go with the times and like I don't know if we're struggling. I think we just got to use I've actually been doing the old school thing where putting flyers up and like you know, a lot of word of mouth I think is actually really important, you know.
yeah. Yes, I agree with you. I think it still is massively
Hmm.
important. To be honest, there doesn't seem to be a winning formula to what you need to do because even if let's say you
Yeah.
perfected social media this month, 6 months down the line, the algorithm will change and you'll have to start all over again.
Yeah. The damn algorithm. I don't really get it, you know.
Find a person that does, and they will make a lot of money.
I
That's what it
know.
is.
That's
Tied
funny.
into that though, I think, but a more important question: Do you enjoy? Can you find ways to enjoy that side of things? Having to be active on social media, having to push the band on all these different platforms, and let's be honest, open a window to your personal life that perhaps you may not want to.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it. I am trying to figure out like my voice like as an individual, like putting myself out there more. I think I could do better with that. I'm kind of reserved in that way, like a little awkward sometimes. But I'm learning. I'm figuring it out as we go. I know the guys won't want me to put myself out there more, I think, but yeah. Us
It's
musicians we're little weirdos, you know.
But then we contrast that to, of course, what you're like on stage. And it's almost like we'll take that persona and put that in a video. It's easier said than done, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely easier said than done. I'm a different person up there.
I've got no advice. I just say keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Plenty of people in this country, across the world, in Europe, and so on, are well and truly aware of who you are. So clearly, something is working.
I that makes me I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get there. Yeah.
Uh, Bit broad question here, but what does Sleep Now in Reverse mean to you?
The title or the album?
The album, I should say, the album.
Um, what does it mean to me? I mean, it means a lot. I feel like this is kind of a new chapter for Iris. We're encroaching on like different territory. We're kind of pulling from old roots and like starting new ones, and they're all kind of blending together. So I feel like it's a new chapter, definitely. And it's definitely a really special record. I'm like really proud of it and everything we've done together as a band. I think it's definitely like opening up opening up something new, like the next album, the next EP, whatever we put out, it's like this is the new start for us, you know what I mean? So it's definitely dear to my heart. We're doing a lot of different things on the record, I think.
Mm.
So
It's cliche to say, but ultimately it is a new chapter for you, not a closing of the book, as it were, because of course you are still the same band and using elements of your past as much as looking forward. It's a new chapter.
yeah. I mean, we are the same band, but it feels like we're different. I don't know. We've just grown and changed a bit. I mean, we are still who we are, but I think like we're maturing. I feel like this is like a gonna be a more mature album for us.
The word that jumps to mind is evolved. I've heard the new record, and although it's way too early to put anything out there publicly in regards to review, between in this video, I want to say that I think it's simply phenomenal and easily the best thing you've done today.
Oh, you like it? Yay! That
Yes,
makes me so
absolutely.
happy.
Yeah, once I heard Falling, I was sold. Immediately, Falling was the starting point with a single, of course, and then it was then it was off to the races, as it were. But yeah, of course, as
Do
well
you have?
alongside. Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. No, it's delayed. I was just gonna ask if you have a favorite song.
You're gonna have to come back with me in that one. Yeah, I think this needs. Yeah, I think this is one that needs a lot more listens than
Okay,
I've
yeah,
had more listens before. It's definitely not a one and done, as it were. Yeah,
right.
come back to me that you'll find that in the review because I do tend to if I have a track that's the one I just adore more than anything, anything it's likely to get a full paragraph, whereas the others might be just a line or two.
Okay, good to know.
Of course, live is just as important. And in August this year, you're coming over to our silly little island. Tuesday, August 13th, Manchester. Wednesday, August 14th, Brighton and Hove. August 15th, Thursday, yep, that's Sheffield. That's in Sheffield. And on Friday, Bristol. Wait, I think I got this. No, I've mixed those dates up. Basically, August 13th, all the way up to August 16th ending at Arc Tangent Festival 2024. I guess I just want to generally ask, what's your relationship with the UK like?
Um, well, I first of all, we have like a lot of fans out there, which I'm like really excited. I've never been, none of the band has, so we're quite excited. There's
Hmm.
actually going to be more dates to be announced, actually. So we will be there a little bit longer than we have announced. So, but I remember when we released Law, and I was mailing all the records myself, and there was quite a lot in the UK. And so I'm just like so excited to meet people and like be there. I've heard it's amazing and that we're gonna love it. I probably won't want to come home.
Well, I didn't, without going into too much detail, of course, because that's future announcement. I did notice, the dates and where you were playing and so on. And I'm in London, and there's no bloody London date in this, which was shocking. However, the places you are playing, places like Sheffield, Brighton and Hove, Manchester, the venues are fantastic, and of course, Arc Tangent is an incredible festival. You're going to
I'm
have a
so excited.
blast at that place. It's fantastic with a great attendance and great audience.
Are any of the cities that you have in front of you close to London?
I think the closest one is probably Brighton and Hove. Probably. I mean, to be fair, we're in London. We you can travel to all these cities in a matter of hours. So it's not like
Yeah.
it's not a hardship in the sense to get to any of those. So people can totally do it. But the expectation almost is, right? It's maybe a little unfair, but the expectation is, hey, you're coming here, London's the capital. You have to do a date in London. So when you
Well,
don't, everyone was shocked.
well, you'll see. We have more that we're gonna announce. I can't say it yet, but hopefully we're coming. I'm coming to you because I'd love to meet you.
Oh, it'd be my absolute pleasure. Of course, we'll leave it there because they say let's not say it anymore. Now it's coming. It's always an exciting time. And it is just an incredibly exciting period of time because aside from these dates, the all-important album release, without really going into too much detail about what your plans are going forward, is it just, look, we're going to be as busy as humanly possible for the rest of this year and continue that into 2025?
Absolutely. We have lots of plans. We're going to be busy, busy, busy for sure. Definitely more touring plans and lots of traveling, I think. Yeah.
That's all I want to hear. Simply phenomenal. Before you go, we have another section, and this is Ozzy Osbourne. And in his head are random cards of everything and anything, including many submissions from bands and artists themselves. If you don't mind, I'm just going to pull a couple out and you want to answer them.
Okay.
All right, let's get started. And the first one is a question. What is something you would like to understand better?
Ooh. Um like in music, in anything.
Anything you want. I mean, anything.
I want to understand metal better, actually. My band is a big they're all a bunch of metal nerds and I feel like I really need to like deep dive into all of the darkness of metal.
Are they often giving you kind of like, oh, listen to this, recommend this, and albums and EPs and
And
stuff?
yeah, exactly. And there's like black metal and like thrash metal and all of the different and I need to like really deep dive and like have like 6 weeks where I don't listen to anything else. You know what I mean?
Oh well, going back to Arc Tangent, Arc Tangent is a very varied festival of all different metal styles. You're there
Yes.
for on the Friday. You could certainly find a lot out there.
No, for sure. I'm really excited. Meshuggah is one of a band favorite and Animals as Leaders. There's a Explosions in the Sky. Like I'm excited to I feel like at festivals you see so many bands you didn't even know who they were, you know? So I'm excited to see all of them.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, next one. Do you have any pre-show rituals?
Um, pre-show rituals. We usually like get in a little huddle and, you know, tell each other how much we love each other. And we usually take a shot for sure. Yeah.
A shot? Do you have a specific drink, a specific shot?
Um, they all really like whiskey, but I love tequila, so I'll usually drink whiskey with them. Yeah.
Gosh, okay. Um, what is the best Christmas present you ever received?
Ooh, does it have to be Christmas?
Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's generalize it. What's the best present you ever received?
I'll show you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
You're gonna like it.
Hmm. Oh, wow. Wow, that's phenomenal.
I just got it for my birthday, and
Oh, wow.
it's the best present. My friends all pitched in and got it for me. So I
It's
was gonna buy it
incredible.
myself, but I'm gonna take it to Art Tangent with me.
Oh, phenomenal. Amazing. What a gift. That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
for sure.
Okay. What's your go-to pizza order?
Ooh, that's a good one. I love just a cheese pizza, but that's really boring. Um, have you ever had pineapple jalapeno?
Pineapple jalapeno. Is that pineapple and jalapeno or a different thing?
It's together. It's like sweet and spicy.
Okay. No, I mean I
They
don't like
get
pineapple on pizza, so
well, everyone gets a little bit of hate. I honestly love pizza. I feel like I honestly love like a cheesy pizza with like garlic. I love that.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I like it. I like a good cheese pizza that with garlic as well. Sometimes it's as simple
Yeah.
as just the best.
Hmm.
Okay, what is something that never fails to make you smile?
Mm, my cat.
Yeah.
He's right here.
Oh, I didn't even notice behind you.
I
Just the one?
have two. She's hiding right now, but I
Okay,
love animals.
I have two cats as well, Moxley
Oh,
and
cute.
Cathausen. They are currently locked out of this room because otherwise they'd be climbing all over me,
Oh, you
and that
should
can't
have just
happen.
let them in there. That's so cute.
Okay, I'll do a couple more. If you could go back and give your teenage self one piece of advice, what would you do? What would you give?
Ooh, it uh, so many things. I'd probably make myself practice guitar more and to not care so much what anybody thinks about you, you know?
Okay, that's got a double. It's the second part to that question. Do you think your younger self would have listened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I think so.
Fair, fair, fair. Okay, have you ever broken a bone?
Yes.
Ooh,
That's
ouch.
actually interesting. I broke it right before the pandemic and I played a couple shows with a broken arm. It was really intense.
Ah, ow. I'm gonna say something really stupid here, but I've never broken a bone, so I have no idea. Was it particularly painful?
Yeah, it sucked. I had never broken a bone either, and I broke it in my adult life, so it was kind of crazy. I honestly don't remember the pain. I just remember like the trauma around it, you know? Like I just remember it was really traumatic, but yeah, it was intense. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, two more for
Definitely.
you. Less intense. What's more interesting to you, deep space or deep sea?
Ooh. I feel like they're both very interesting. I have something to say about both, but I
Mhm.
feel like maybe deep sea. Like what's in there, you know? Like there's places we can't even get to. But that's how I feel about space too. It's so interesting. But I'm a Pisces, I'm a water sign. I feel like I have to pick water. That's just what I have to go with.
It's the unknown, though, right? It's not knowing what's there.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of scary.
Yes, that. Imagine your imagination can conjure up more horror than anything can ever be shown to you.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle, one more then. What is a dream holiday destination for you?
Ooh, well, I've been here, but I've only been there once and I was like 17, so I really want to go back to Spain.
Mm.
I want to go to Barcelona and uh I don't know, live my best life. Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's an
What about
incredible
you?
country. Oh, dream. Oh man, they put me in this spot. I'm trying to think. Oh,
You're
probably.
putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I know, but no, rarely do I get it turned on me and people ask me mine. But I'd imagine I've not been to many Scandinavian countries, so Finland,
Ooh.
Norway, Sweden, places like that. I would there's with the history and the sites up there. I think probably one of them would are up there. Unfortunately, I have to eliminate like a lot of countries because I'm a little bit I struggle with creepy crawlies, insects, and stuff like that. So like
Mm.
my wife would love to go to Australia. I'm terrified of Australia. I know people say to you, "Oh, you don't, not everything there is trying to kill you." But I all I ever see is people telling me things that everything there is trying to kill you, and I don't really want to go to places like
Oh
that.
no. I've heard it's a wonderful place. I've never
It,
heard
it
of that.
it's just I know it's probably over exaggerating, but when you have to check your toilet before you use it for potentially massive spiders, I'm
Oh
just
my
kind
God.
of like that's a little extreme for me. I'm not good with spiders in particular. I don't have arachnophobia. I'm not. that scared of them, but I am also very scared of them. So unfortunately, things like that get
Oh,
eliminated.
I
um,
mean, that is scary. That's definitely nerve-wracking, that's for sure.
and I'm Irish, but Irish born. I lived there for years, so like that country, like I'd always advise people go to Ireland. Like it may not be your dream holiday destination, but it's a wonderful country with wonderful
I don't
things
know
there.
why I didn't say that. I'm Irish. I mean, obviously I wasn't born there, but I have Irish blood in me. And I did visit very, very shortly. I should have said that, dang it. But Spain was the first one that came to my mind. So
There's so many places, isn't there? So ultimately, if you can
yeah.
get to as many as you can, that's what matters. But also what matters, just to bring it back, is an album release. It is Sleep Now in Reverse, out 26th of July, 2024 via Church Road Records and Dune Altar. And of course, your live shows in August. More to be announced. Wait and see. Keep you attached to your socials and just try and support Iress as much as possible if you can by liking, following, sharing. You know what to do. It's what you have to do with everybody. But for now, Michelle, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much. You said it best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.